Number 10 brings us to the model Khadija Diawara. Khadija Diawara was born in the Ivory Coast and raised in Egypt. Her family then immigrated to the United States when she was 6 years old, but Khadija is more than just a Muslim model. She wants to be known for more than just that. She said this, and I quote, "Hijabis in fashion and beauty are an amazing thing. I think it helps to increase inclusivity and shows that we can coexist in a culture that goes beyond stereotypes of what people think we are. But my agenda isn't solely hijabi. I would advocate for it, but at the same time, that's not my main stance. I'm here as a depiction and representation of the kind of inclusivity that transcends fashion." Rania Benchenga comes in at number 9. She is a Moroccan model who started her career back in the year 2011. She has since been the lead in a campaign for H&M and has been a part of a Victoria's Secret campaign. She's also very proud to be a Muslim, and in an interview for Vogue Arabia, she had said this, "It is a great honor for me to represent my country and Moroccan women worldwide. I do my very best to promote Arab models and beauty. I have come to realize that I'm lucky to have grown up as a Muslim woman in such an open and tolerant country like Morocco." From there, we move on to Hannah Ben Abdeslam. Hannah Ben Abdeslam is a Tunisian model, and she has worked with designers like Jean-Paul Gaultier, Chanel, Oscar de la Renta, as well as many others. Now, one thing that she's very proud of is that she was the first Muslim spokesmodel, as a matter of fact, for the French perfume and cosmetic house Lancome. This is what she was recorded to have said. "People I've encountered often assume that being Muslim means one is extremely conservative. There's also a tendency to look at the Arab world as one big monolithic entity with little variation from one country to the next, when in fact there is a rich diversity of ethnicities, cultures, and even religions throughout the region." In the West, there seems to be this fixation with the veil, and journalists often ask me if I wear a burqa when I'm back home. Little do they know that women in Tunis were one of the first in the region to discard the veil, and that many progressive laws were passed over the decades to protect their rights. Number 7 brings us to Shahad Salman. Shahad Salman grew up in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. She has a skin condition known as vitiligo, and this condition causes a loss of pigment in various patches of her skin. But guys, you see, despite this, Shahad was inspired by the globally famous model Winnie Harlow, who also has the same skin condition. Shahad Salman said these words in an interview, and I quote, "I'm very proud of myself because I have dealt with many different fields. In all my artwork, there is an imprint of my Arab culture that reflects our ancient Arab heritage." We had to include this next model, Maria Idrissi. Maria Idrissi is a British model as well as a public speaker, and she really rose to fame after being recognized as the first Muslim hijab-wearing model when she appeared in H&M's Close the Loop campaign back in 2015. Now, since then, Maria Idrissi has modeled for many fashion brands and magazines, as well as beauty companies, which include Rihanna's Fenty brand, and she has also walked the runway in Istanbul's Modest Fashion Week. We continue now with more models. At number 5, we have Ikram Abdi. Ikram Abdi Omar was UK's first hijab-wearing model to be featured on the cover of Vogue when she was 21 years old. She also became the face of the brand Burberry in 2019, so not too long ago. She's a Swedish-born Somali model who lives in the UK, and she has openly said that her heritage and religious beliefs have influenced her modeling career. In an interview, this is what she had to say. "It's all about modesty for me. As a Muslim, being modest is a major thing, and I just wanted to showcase to everyone that you can be modest and be into fashion because the hijab itself, apart from representing Islam, represents beauty." In at number 4, we have Iman Hammam. Iman Hammam is a Dutch model of Moroccan and Egyptian descent. Iman appeared on the most international Vogue covers of any model back in the year 2017. She has appeared on the cover of Vogue 18 times worldwide, and her faith plays a huge role in her career. I mean, after all, her name means faith in Arabic. In an interview, she had this to say. When I started, all girls looked the same, but now there is more acceptance of things such as natural hair and different sizes and body types. I look at girls like Halima Aden, and I think it's amazing that she is veiled and had such an incredible career. Since I also come from a Muslim background and being a proud Muslim myself, I feel blessed to have had the support of my family from day one. This gave me the strength to use my platform to talk about issues like race and religion with the aim to empower young girls no matter the color of their skin or where they came from. We mentioned her, but she is now coming up next in at number 3. Halima Aden. Halima Aden is a Somali-American fashion model who was born in a Kenyan refugee camp. She is very famous for being the first woman to wear a hijab in the Miss Minnesota USA pageant, where she ended up being a semi-finalist. Following her participation in the pageant, Halima received national attention and she was signed to IMG Models. She was also the first model to wear a hijab and burkini in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. And Halima Aden is also a UNICEF ambassador. She aims to take on the stereotypes of beauty as a Black Somalian Muslim woman. And when it comes to her career and faith, she had this to say: "I didn't really have modeling in mind. I wanted to spread a positive message about beauty and diversity to show other young women that there is room for them." Number 2 brings us to Bella Hadid. Her full name is Isabella Hadid, and she's an American model. Back in the year 2016, she was voted Model of the Year by industry professionals for Models.com. That is a huge accomplishment. Well, everyone knows by now that the Hadid family is known for their presence in the fashion industry. And in an interview, Bella had this to say: "My dad was a refugee when he first came to America, so it's actually very close to home for my sister and brother and me. He was always religious and he always prayed with us. I am proud to be a Muslim." And here at number 1, you probably guessed this already, we can't mention Bella Hadid and not mention her sister, Gigi Hadid. Her full name is Yelena Noura Hadid, and she is the older sister of Bella Hadid, who made her debut in the top 50 models ranking at Models.com. Now, in 2016, she was named the International Model of the Year by the British Fashion Council, and over the span of just 4 years, Gigi Hadid has made over 35 appearances on international Vogue magazine covers. She was born to her Dutch model mother, Yolanda Hadid, as well as Palestinian-born real estate developer Mohammed Hadid. And in her own words, Gigi said this: "I feel very proud and very lucky to be of dual heritage." She said this in an interview with Vogue in 2017, and in British Vogue in 2018, she added these words: "They built what we were given in our childhood from nothing, so we work hard and be kind to honor our parents." Starting with fact number 10, Bella Hadid also wanted to be a photographer when she grew up. Bella's first choice in a career was not to be a model. She actually had thought that she would end up being a photographer or a equestrian. Little did she know, though, that the model life would choose her and there would be no looking back at all. After high school, Bella ended up attending the Parsons School of Design in New York City in order to pursue her interests in photography. But nope, life went in a different direction. Also, interesting fact, did you know that Bella Hadid was actually arrested and charged with a DUI in 2014? Bella was first accused of underage drinking in 2014 at the age of 17 years old. In America, the legal age to drink is 21 years old. In the same year, Bella was caught driving under the influence and was arrested for going behind the wheel drunk. Not a proud moment for her or her mother or the rest of her family. Bella and the rest of the Hadid family, they're pretty close with the Kardashians and Jenner families. This probably doesn't come as a surprise because don't most influencers and celebrities and royalty hang out together anyways? Like they attend the same events and go to the same vacation spots. Either way, the Hadid and Kardashian and Jenner clans are known to hang out a lot, and the biggest reason for their connection is because Kendall Jenner is also a fellow high fashion model. Bella has also been spotted spending a lot of time with Kylie Jenner as well. Moving on to fact number 7, Bella Hadid also loves horses and is a very accomplished equestrian. Both Bella and Gigi grew up riding horses. It's something that their mom instilled in them when they were very young. Unfortunately though, Bella's dream of riding horses more professionally came to an end due to her Lyme disease diagnosis that we'll touch on later in this episode. Bella grew up riding at Far West Farms in California, and even her trainer said that Bella was a beautiful rider. Her commitment to the sport was incredible. Another interesting fact about Bella was that she was the youngest person on Forbes 2017 list of highest paid models. Bella came in 9th place on Forbes 2017 list of highest paid models, having made $6 million at the age of 21 years old. Bella had a busy year posing for brands like Nike, Dior, as well as the cosmetic company NARS. Now, her sister was also only a few spots ahead of her at 5th place. The Hadid girls, they broke a record for being the first siblings to appear on the list at the same time. Talk about top talent. Did you know that Bella Hadid made her runway debut in 2014? That was when she was 18 years old. She made her runway debut in the fall of 2014 at the New York Fashion Week to be exact, and shortly after this, she started appearing on the cover of magazines. Bella wasn't always gravitated to modeling though, like her sister Gigi, but definitely she had the skills for it. So yeah, clearly it runs in the family. Now this next fact was actually a big surprise for me. Bella has actually dyed her hair brown to be different from her sister Gigi, and she's actually a natural blonde. Bella's natural color makes sense when you see her mom and her sister. Coming from a Dutch heritage, the children were born with a fairer complexion. And also, yep, the blonde hair followed, but Bella decided to dye her hair darker to set herself apart from her sister. Bella has said that, and I quote, "She has a darker personality than Gigi. She likes the separation that the hair color provides, and she also believes that her hair color contributes to her reputation as the black sheep of the family." So guys, let me know, do you think that darker hair suits Bella, or do you think that she would be better as a blonde? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now for fact number 3, Bella is a proud Muslim and she often speaks up about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict going on. Bella is half Dutch and half Palestinian. Her father hails from Palestine, and Bella herself is a proud Muslim. She on numerous occasions has mentioned this on social media. In January 2017, both the Hadid sisters took to the streets of New York to protest Donald Trump's order to ban people from 7 predominantly Muslim countries. Over time, she has opened up about her heritage and religious beliefs and said that her father was a Muslim refugee and that she is proud to be a Muslim. Bella and her sister Gigi have been very vocal on social media, like I mentioned, about their beliefs, standing up for Palestine and their Arab roots. So it's definitely a positive way that they're using their celebrity status to bring awareness. Now, fact number 2 is kind of sad but true fact. Bella actually battles Lyme disease, and this is an illness that you wouldn't want to wish on anyone. So what is this anyways? Well, Lyme disease, it causes severe pain in the joints, and it also causes rashes and a whole lot of discomfort. Bella has opened up about the disease and how it affects her life, and she's not the only one in her family to battle it. Her younger brother Anwar also has had to deal with Lyme disease. And finally, let's end off this episode with fact number 1. Bella is currently worth $25 million. This is according to the website Celebrity Net Worth. Bella reportedly is worth $25 million as of the year 2021, this year at the time of filming this episode. And actually her net worth seems to be growing pretty rapidly. Bella's riches come from the countless magazine covers that she has appeared on, from Elle, Teen Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and 3 international editions of Vogue, along with all of her success on the fashion runway. Oh, and also let's not forget that she's the face of Dior and Dior perfume.
For me, that's beauty. So excited. I use the Dior Forever Perfect Cushion all over. It's got a super light texture and amazing coverage.
Yeah, I'm sure her parents have also played a big role in helping that number grow. Of course, supportive parents, pretty successful parents as well, want to see their kids grow and often help them out. All right, let's get into this episode starting at number 10. She was born in a Kenyan refugee camp and is Somali American. And Halima had this to say about why she got into modeling in the first place. I didn't really have modeling in mind. I wanted to spread a positive message about beauty and diversity to show other young Muslim women that there is room for them. And this is what she told the organization Business of Fashion. So you see, modeling was just an afterthought for her. It just so happened that life took her in that direction. Now, for fact number 9, Halima Aden is more than just a model though. Halima's experience as a refugee, it really inspired her and shaped her views so that she now takes part in a variety of humanitarian initiatives because she says that she knew poverty firsthand. And in addition to that, she also had enrolled in St. Cloud State University, and she dreams of one day working with the United Nations and the United Nations Children's Fund, also known as UNICEF. Now, let's rewind a little bit in her life. She has been modest from a very young age, even with her modeling. Halima Aden, she didn't win a competition when she was 15 years old, but at the time she made history. And this was when she wore a burkini at the Miss Minnesota USA pageant, and she was the first person ever in history to do this. And in an interview after the show, this is what she had to say. A lot of people will look at you and will fail to see your beauty because you're covered up and they're not used to it. Be who you are. It's easy to feel like you have to blend in, but it takes courage to live your life with conviction and embrace the person that you are. Okay, and now a lot of people wonder how Halima, she has like this glowing complexion to her. Well, you can thank honey, brown sugar, oats, and aloe. Apparently these are some ingredients that she uses to make her skin glow. After she washes her face in the morning, she told thecut.com that she wears a honey mask for about 15 to 30 minutes to keep her skin feeling very smooth. And she also sleeps with aloe vera gel to remove any sort of puffiness on her face. And also once a week, she exfoliates with an oatmeal mask. And get this, she also uses a mixture of brown sugar and honey on her lips to make those shine and stay youthful looking as well. The next thing I want to mention is that within weeks of signing with the agency IMG Models, Halima Aden was shot for the cover of Corinne Rothfield's CR Fashion book. She was also the first model to appear on the cover of Vogue Arabia and Allure magazine wearing a hijab. And she also worked with American Eagle to introduce their new denim hijab. And she starred in their summer 2017 campaign wearing this denim hijab. Now in 2018, she also starred on the covers for British Vogue and Teen Vogue. Moving on now to fact number 5, how did Halima Aden actually get involved in modeling in the first place? You see, she was discovered after making an appearance at an anti-violence rally. There's some footage of her at the anti-violence rally that happened in September 2016, and it went viral, and the Huffington Post interviewed her about the event. And during the interview, that's when they noticed that she had a pamphlet for the Miss Minnesota pageant, and they decided to switch the focus of their story about her. And then this piece, it eventually caught the attention of fashion editor and stylist Corinne Rothfield, who booked her for the cover of CR Fashion Book. And we mentioned this a little bit earlier in this episode, and then the rest was history. But you see guys, despite her work and excitement and all of that, being a trailblazer, being an influencer, being somebody that young Muslim girls can look up to, she said she actually got caught up into everything and she started to lose sight of her beliefs. Halima Aden's mother has been somebody who supported her every step of the way, but it wasn't until the COVID-19 pandemic of 2020 this year that she was prompted to stay home and take a break from the industry, and she said in her own words that she finally realized where I went wrong. On top of the campaigns that she expressed having regret about for participating in was actually that American Eagle first denim hijab campaign. And this is what she had to say about it. Why did I allow them to put jeans on my head when at the time I had only ever worn skirts and long dresses? I was just so desperate back then for any representation that I lost touch with who I was. Despite her regrets though, Halima Aden, she pointed out several different shoots and campaigns that she felt that she carried out in a respectful way. For example, there was that Vogue Arabia cover shoot that she did, as well as she did photo shoots alongside other black hijabi wearing models. Those were Ikram Adi Omar and Amina Adan. And one thing I gotta throw in now, I have to clarify this, is that she isn't fully walking away from the fashion industry entirely, unlike some headlines are saying. But what she said is that she is laying out some conditions for those that are looking to hire her in the future. And when referring to this is what she had to say. If my hijab can't be this visible, I'm not showing up. This is a standard moving forward if you want to work with me. Come correct or don't come at all. Nothing less, nothing more. Some people were left confused though about why she chose to do this, but for fact number two, like, her announcement actually was met with a lot of support from some big names, like people like Rihanna, Gigi Hadid, and one of the top fashion models in all of history, Naomi Campbell, had this to say about her. Proud of you for staying true to your integrity. You are true light and joy since knowing you. I hope our paths will cross in another capacity. Keep rising and shining. And the final note I want to end this video off on is in regards to a statement that Halima Aden said herself. In her own words, this is what she had to say. Remember, I had no one before me paving the way, so mistakes are part of the learning experience. I did good, but that isn't enough. We gotta have these conversations in order to change the system truly. So that's what she continues to push for. She wants to push for representation in the media of Muslim women, as well as changing the perception of Muslim females in the media. And that means Muslim women should not be forced to remove their hijab if they want to take part in certain photo shoots. She believes that their religious beliefs and cultural beliefs need to be respected as well.